Hey guys, hello YouTubies, hello my subscribers, my wonderful subscribers, all my ladies and gents. Well, I'm in a truck. This morning, I decided to go down and rent a truck, and this is in preparation for my big surprise for you guys. That was supposed to happen on the weekend, but it's gonna happen a day early. So, as of the 30 days of 30 vlogs, some of them, well, most of them will be a part of Bishop. But some will be just, every day that we do here on the farm. And today, let me see if you guys can see it. No, you guys can't see it back there. I've got fertilizer. And I was supposed to pick it up yesterday, but, hold on, I'm at a stop sign. And this is a really, really bad intersection. Okay. So, we were supposed to pick it up yesterday, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, because it poured all day today, and that would have been the perfect time to do is put it down yesterday, and that way today it would have all the time to, soak into the ground. So anyway, I had to go down to Moxville and go ahead and go get that. And on my way home, I checked the weather, and it looked like there was going to be a break in the rain. So I was like, well, I don't want to put a crazy amount of miles on this truck simply because I only have so many. And I came through town my shortcut way, and that takes me past a farmer's, I guess, almost like Southern States, but like a mom and pop place where all the farmers go to get all their fertilizer and all the big stuff that they get, for the fields and stuff like that. So I happened to stop in real quick, and I asked him, what he thought of what Southern States was going to tell me to do. And he goes, well, that's a lot. He says, I'd recommend 8 bags. So I picked up 8 bags of fertilizer, and that's what I'm going to do before I leave. I've got a lot of stuff to do, which means when I get back to the house, I'm going to have to change, because this is not good farm attire at all. So so I'm almost home, guys, and I'm glad that you're going to stick around with me, and we're going to take the ATV and the spreader and put down a whole bunch of fertilizer. That way the grass is nice and happy, because I like happy grass, and so don't the boys. See you in just a bit. And that's how breakfast goes. Not all the time, but sometimes. So I'm back home, changed my shirt, changed my pants, and I got the dog. I already put some alfalfa out for the boys, and now it's to put some hay in the run-in there and over here for the horses. Oh, and I have to get my trail camera. It's getting deer season. It's getting close. It's getting very close to deer season. Come on, Lex. What you doing? It's getting very close to deer season in another month. So we've been putting out, come on. I've been putting out some corn and putting out my trail cameras. So let's go get the spreader, which is in there, and the ATV, and let's get some of that stuff down, because looks like we only have a little bit of dead mouse in with the chickens. They love mice. Chickens are awesome at mousers if they can catch them. So when we catch them in the trap in the barn, we bring them out, and I run it up and down the fence, and they think it's alive, and they catch it, and they take off with it. But only seems like the blue Americanas seem to be like right on top of it, and I have 2, and I don't remember which one is which. I just call them both yo-yos, because one of them would go in the coop and then come back out, and then go in the coop and come back out. So he would just kind of do what a yo-yo does, up and down. So I call them both yo-yo, and they both are very good at snatching that mouse real quick and taking off with it, and then everybody else tries to fight. I think Sniffles took it once, and she just ran around with it. She didn't eat it. And the other, I think Yo-Yo came out and grabbed it, took off with it. So over here is my pile of my pile of spreaders. And I use actually all of them, believe it or not, except for that one. Don't use that one anymore. I used to use it all the time. And then we bought that one, and then that one seemed to do okay. And then we realized we need a lot bigger one to do the pastures with, so then I bought that one. And I really like that one. But unfortunately, every winter, the cogs, they all get gummed up. So I have to make sure that I use it quite often, and then every once in a while I'll come out and spin them, and it seems to be okay. But it's pretty cool. It holds like 50 pounds, and it's got a little thing on it, a little gauge down here, so I can measure exactly how much I want to put out. And then, of course, I've got my on and my off, which opens the little door that's in there. So let's go get the ATV and get it all hooked up, and let's get going. Oh, check that out. What a cool looking caterpillar. What a cool looking caterpillar. I wonder what kind of caterpillar that is. I don't know. Kind of neat. Go on, caterpillar. Alrighty, so what you guys, this is what I use. This is what has been recommended. And the little is nitrogen, so the white ones are the nitrogen, and then the green ones are the phosphorus, and the other one, I don't know what it is. But you can barely read it, 17, 17, 17, so that just means, look it up. And I love how it says this, you know, using the read the entire directions of use and the warranty disclaimer. Well, these are the directions, and there's nothing that tells you what to put on here, and what rate to put it down at and whatnot. So as a first time person doing this, you just kind of have to guess. But at 50 pounds per bag, you want to do 4 bags per acre. At least that's what was recommended to me at the farmer guy. So that's what we're gonna do. I got 1 bag there, and I got 3 bags up there. And I'm gonna go through the barn. I'm gonna start on this section of it. And I think by the time I reach here, that's the whole acre. And then this is an acre. So right now I have this set for 6. And that worked really good for, what did I put down? Oh, I put granular stuff, what was it? Grub eggs. I put that stuff down there, and that seemed to work really good. So I think I'll just leave it there. And all right, let's go and get this done. It's still wet. And it really didn't rain a lot. So, Mr. Poop-a-lot pooped in here. Okay, so I'm gonna set you guys up here, and we'll probably go fast forward a little bit because that's gonna be kind of boring just watching me go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. But it'll be really funny to watch me go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth really fast. So, here we go. Just have a little tiny bit left. It's not too bad. Hi, Snowy. Say hi to YouTubes. Say hi to YouTubes. This is Snowy. This was, her mama. Come here, come sit down. Sit. Everybody on YouTube wants to know your story. Sit. Okay, so this little girl, she was the result of our very, very first foster. My husband saw this dog at a Dogtoberfest that we went to, yes, and it looked a lot like her, but she was more like a German Shorthair Pointer. And the animal shelter was going to put her down because she was very pregnant. So the rescue that was there wanted to just bring her out and see if she can get some exposure, to see maybe she can get adopted out, even being pregnant and all. And they couldn't, so we went over and talked to them, and they asked us to foster, and she was number 3. Yes, you were. She was the third of 12 being born. It started at 2 in the morning, and she was number 3. It was funny because I watched one was born just like her, but had like brindle right here on her ears, and she was so cute. And then there was another female that was white, and then her, and a male that was white. And I was like, oh my God, there's gonna be a whole litter of white dogs. And the next one that came out was black. So she is now 8 years old, and her name is Snowy. She was not picked by anybody that came to see the litter except her daddy, right? Yes. Yes. So her dad, my husband, would always hold her when he was working and everything, and she's now 9 years old. So that's her story. She's never had a hard day in her life. Excuse me, miss. She does really good, and she's gonna get in so much trouble. Your daddy's gonna be so mad at you for laying in this. But yeah, that's her story. All of our animals are rescues, all of them, every one of them, past, present, and most likely future. So I am gonna put this away. We are done for the moment, and husband was so nice. I watched him, he hooked up the trailer, because now for phase 2 of the fun stuff for the weekend. Bye. Are you ready to do fun stuff? No? I'm ready to do fun stuff. All right, bud. Where's my
In the barn.
Okay. He's all loaded up, Mr. Butt, and we're gonna go and have some fun. So let's we got a long drive ahead of us, so let's go. I'm almost to where I need to get to, and yes, I know, traffic thing, and I forgot a bucket, a feed bucket, and a water bucket. So there is a, where is it? I don't know if you guys can see it. There it is. there's a Tractor Supply where I'm off to, and I figured I'd just stop real quick and grab this. But I'm in town, so I got to get back on the highway real quick, and then I'm like 3 exits away. So I will show you guys in just a little bit exactly where I'm going. That way is towards Gastonia, where we had our apartment for a year while we looked for our house. I went from the apartment building to the barn, to the apartment building, to the barn quite a lot until we found the house. And then we moved everybody up there. So that should kind of give you a little bit of a hint as to where I am going. And this is going to be surprising to a few of my friends, because I haven't seen them in forever either. And here we are. This is my old barn. This is where I came from. This is where I learned patience. This is where I learned how to be humble. This is where I have met the most wonderful people in the whole entire world. And they are my barn family 100%. Oh, there she is. There she is. Well, there she was. There she is. There's my barn mama. So here I am. I'm so excited. This is Long Creek Stables, and this is where I basically grew up on horses. It's just, this is only a little tiny bit. The arena is down there, and there's like pastures out that way. There's like a ton of stuff. So when you bring your horses up and you tack them up over here, there's just so much. There's so much here. And there's chickens, and there's roosters, and there's guinea hens, and there's turkeys, and there's goats, and there's other horses, and there's people, and there's always stuff going on here. And this is by far my favorite place to be when I come to visit in this area. So I'm gonna call it a night. I've got to make sure that Mr. Big White and Big Brown gets something to eat, and gets a hay set up, and we're gonna make sure that everything gets taken care of. You know, when you first get someplace, you gotta take care of things. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll be right back for you guys. But for me, it'll be a little while. So plus I gotta get something to eat. I'm really hungry. Well, hay is put out, horse has been fed, and I'm all settled in for the night. And I just love my barn family. They're so generous. I can't say enough about them. Thank you very much, you guys. So I get to stay in one of the living quarters of my barn. I'm gonna call her my barn manager, my barn mom. I get her trailer, and I get to stay in the living quarters here, which is really kind of cool because I've never really stayed in the living quarters of a horse trailer. So this is kind of not a good thing, because this is really nice and really cozy and really my style. Husband, I think we need a bigger trailer and a bigger truck with a gooseneck. No, I don't think that's gonna happen for quite a while. We need to do a little bit more rescues, a little bit more fosters, a little bit more, and then maybe I could afford one of these. So I'm gonna hang out in here. I've got a little bit of work to do. I've got to put in some tracking numbers for some orders that were sent out, and I think she said I have Netflix, so I think I'm gonna go up there and do my tracking numbers and relax and stretch out and have some water and some popcorn and an apple. That's what I'm gonna have for dinner, I think, and then relax. So this is part one of this whole weekend as to what happened in the 30 and the 30 blogs. And tomorrow we get to put up fencing, so that'll be kind of fun. And then the next day we're gonna have even more fun with Bishop. So tomorrow probably won't have a lot of video with Bishop in it, so you can skip that one if you don't want to watch it or not. But definitely catch the one on, I don't know if I'm going to put up Sunday night or Monday morning. I don't know, because it's going to be a lot. I'll probably have to put it up on Monday. So watch it on Monday, and today's Friday. So, yeah, why don't you do that? That way I don't get stressed out on trying to put the video up, because there's going to be a lot of stuff to go through, I'm sure. I'm sure I'll kill my phone and maybe, the GoPro and stuff like that. But anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. I'm going to turn in, and I hope if it's at night where you are, thank you for joining me for this whole day of eventful things and traveling and everything, and I hope I didn't make it too long. And I will see you guys another time on Summerfield Farm, and I know there's a draft horse out there somewhere. There's got to be one out there somewhere. Summerfield Farm and draft horses. Good night, you guys.